Welcome to a very special episode of Disney A.
Especial. No.
No. En français?
No.
Okay. It's the Canadian-themed Disney travel podcast with apparently Spanish for some reason. I don't know. Too much Duolingo for you.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Why is it a special episode?
Apparently, I did not count this, but you've told me that it's our 200th.
It is true. It is our
That's a lot of episodes.
It is. It is. Yeah, I double checked, and this is episode 200.
Wow.
Crazy. You want to know how I know?
Because the hosting site tells you?
Yeah, last week it was episode 199, so yeah.
Handy.
Yeah, it was very helpful that way.
Yeah, very good, very good.
So, Brandon, in honor of our 200th episode, what are we drinking?
Well, I'm trying to open it desperately right now. It's actually, it's not champagne like we had at 100, but it is a nice 2022 rosé. That
looks fancier than what we usually buy. Maybe it was a gift.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in French. Everything is in French. Côtes du Rhône from M. Chapature. Yeah, my French accent is awesome.
You are not doing French on Duolingo. What are you doing instead?
Hi, Valerian.
Yeah, you are.
I have a 130-day streak in High Valerian.
How do you say yes in High Valerian?
Isa.
Isa.
And no is Daur.
Door.
Daur.
Dour.
Daur.
Dour. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not learning High Valerian. I have like an 700 and whatever day streak in Spanish.
That is why you cut into Spanish, I suppose. Anyway, I do have this successfully open. There's no dramatic popping sound,
nope,
but that's okay. I'm going to pour you a healthy glass.
That is a very healthy glass.
Well, hopefully it's good.
Woo.
I don't know.
That's a big glass. You better pour yourself one just as big. Nope, that's the opposite of what I just said. I was trying to be quiet so you could hear the like...
Splurshy, splurshy.
Splurshy, splursh.
Okay, well, there you go.
Wait, we have to cheers.
Well,
put that back on first.
We have cats, so I'm going to put the very classy wine has a twist-off cat.
Clink.
But it is all in French, so.
Oui. Okay. No, I like it.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's strawberry.
Oh, I was thinking hints of apple.
Were you actually?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're actually much better at that than I am.
And a slight caramelly aftertaste. Tastes like a caramel apple.
I like caramel apples. I like rosé wine.
And maybe a bit of plum. I don't know.
Oh, I like plum.
Yeah. Anyway, good.
Good. Very nice. Good choice. Clink again. Happy 200th episode.
Happy.
Happy. Well, it is pretty nerdy to have a podcast that has gone for 200 episodes.
And how?
Do you have another nerd thing this week?
Well, the NHL playoffs are still ongoing. But I'm actually going on a business trip to Vancouver.
Like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I'll be there for 30 hours.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, you're...
kind of silly.
And 2 of those hours is a plane ride.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half plane ride ish. Yeah. I'm not gonna be there very long.
No, but okay.
That's business for you.
So you are going to pack as soon as we're done recording this.
I am. And I don't have to pack much.
Nope, it'll be a quick job. Yeah, that's a pretty. You're a businessman doing business things.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like 3 kids in a trench coat named
businessman,
business guy, but whatever.
Yeah, faking it anyway. That's cool. I think it's cool that you're important.
I don't. I liked not being important. Much easier.
You're too competent, though. Is the problem?
Unfortunately.
Yes. I don't really. I
like wine though.
This is really good. This was a good choice. I'm generally a fan of rosé, but this one's nice and smooth. I don't know about a nerd thing for me. I've been trying to do a little bit of Dreamlight Valley, but haven't played a ton. There's a Cheshire Cat event going on, which is pretty cool. And I just finished one book and started another one, so I've been reading a lot. And yeah, that's about it for me. School. It's May, and I'm a teacher, so, you know.
Well, yeah. And
it was Teacher Appreciation Week last week. I guess that's nerdy.
There you go. It's the unofficial start of summer, soon to roll into the start of summer, because summer movie season starts, and that brings me to our Better Know a Listener this week.
Oh, you have a nice transition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the city that we're going to be talking about this week is basically on the exact opposite side of Canada from us.
Okay.
All the way over in Prince Edward Island.
Oh, okay.
Summerside, Prince Edward Island.
Oh, nice Sagui.
Yeah. This is actually the second largest city in Prince Edward Island. And it only has a population of 16,000.
I was going to say, I don't imagine it's very big. Prince Edward Island is not a big place.
PEI is such a cute little province.
I know. I really want to go.
We have to go there at some point. I want to drive across Confederation Bridge.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a little city on Prince Edward Island. Apparently, it used to have the largest concentration of domesticated silver fox farms.
What? That is
random,
but very cool.
Yeah. And domesticated silver foxes are very cute.
Yes. Well, I mean
foxes are cute.
Foxes. That's what
the ones that let you pet them are even cuter.
Of course, because they let you pet them.
Yeah. And so they have a PEI Fox Museum.
Okay, well, this is now on our bucket list, I've decided. This is good to go on our bucket list?
I wish they would have a fox there to greet you. I don't know, but...
maybe they do. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe. And then, as near as I can tell, the only other... Well, okay, they have a kind of a big sports scene there, I guess.
Okay.
They have a standard-bred harness racing track, which is believed to be the oldest operating racing track in Canada, having opened in 1886.
Wow.
Pretty cool bit of history
there. That's very cool.
And then they also really super-duper like to play hockey, I guess, because looking at the list of notable people that are from here, there's like quite a few former NHL players on here.
Really?
Including Gerard Gallant, who is a current NHL head coach and former player, and Doug McLean, who is a former NHL coach, Steve Ott, former NHL player. I'd heard of all these people, and that's a lot of hockey players for a little tiny city.
What did you say, 16,000?
Yeah,
that's saying something.
And there's more actually. Just I hadn't heard of them, so.
Like maybe older.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And horse racing.
And like, the usual stuff that you'd have on a coastal type city,
right.
maritime stuff.
That's for Summerside. It was called
Summerside.
That sounds like a very sweet little place.
Yeah,
not that little. Like it's.
No, I mean 16,000 is still 16,000.
Yeah.
But like for a city that's definitely a small city. Like
absolutely.
The city where we met was 80-ish thousand.
Oh, I'm not even sure, but more than 16.
It might have been 60,000 when we met. Now it's up to 80.
It
I don't
has
know.
Grown
anyway,
a lot.
Doesn't matter. That felt like a small city. So when it's like less than 20,000 people, that's quite small.
Yeah,
for
it's
a city,
true.
I feel. Anyway, Summerside. I kind of want to go and see the Fox Museum.
I really, really want to do this. Wow. Okay, so the current population of the city we met is over 100,000. It's 104,000.
Wow, that place has grown a lot.
Yeah, and that was actually the last recorded one was 2022. So and counting.
Might be
so
more.
you're probably right. It was probably around 80.
Yeah. Okay.
Back then, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that felt small. So 16 is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, heck, the municipality that we're in is like 8, so it's like double that, just a little more
like a small town.
just more concentrated.
Exactly. Wow, that's crazy. It sounds great, and yay! I'm happy that some of those people who live there listen to us.
Hi,
At least
Summersiders.
Hi, Yeah, is that what you call Summersiders? It must be, right?
I would say
Summersidians.
No. I hope not.
I hope you have a brewery where you have a special summer cider.
Oh. Boo.
No, that's fair. That's a fair boo. Okay, well, hi, Summersiders. Wait, do we have a new episode? Oh, we haven't watched Andor.
Well, okay, yes. Let's speak of Andor.
Because we talked about this last episode.
We did. We're up to 9 released episodes of Andor.
Mm-hmm.
It is very well received,
Mm-hmm.
but we have no idea. So, not only is this spoiler free, don't spoil us either, because we still. The trouble is they're dropping 3 episodes at once, and I don't know how long they are, but they're probably a half an hour plus. It's it's basically like a mini movie every week, and we missed the first, and now it's daunting to catch up, so we're just gonna binge it.
Yeah, we're gonna binge it. I really like the idea we came up with of doing Andor season 1, season 2, and then Rogue One, like in short succession.
Yes,
but that does mean a rewatch of season 1.
I mean, that's fine. But there is 12 episodes in this second season as well.
Yep. So, may as well wait till it's all out now.
Yeah.
Which is Tuesday. But yeah, that's, I guess, the show that's on now, so. And we talked about Thunderbolts already, so.
We did. Go Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess we still won't. Even though Marvel spoiled it, we won't spoil it.
Oh. I mean, is it a spoiler?
Not really.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thunderbolts and/or the New Avengers.
The marketing for this movie is like, do kids still say on point? Because it is on point.
I don't know what the kids say. I'm far too old to know or care what the kids say. But yes, they went through a big marketing blitz basically the Monday after the launch.
Yeah.
Repainting and rebranding a lot of the marketing materials to say New Avengers with the asterisks in front.
Yes.
Because that's what the team becomes in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's a semi-spoiler, but not really.
Yeah, no. I mean, Marvel...
It doesn't affect the
everywhere.
plot of the movie, really.
And there was one billboard you showed me that had gone over 3 times because they had the Thunderbolts poster.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had the New Avengers poster.
It was the Wheaties box of the Thunderbolts, and then they painted over it so that the logo said New Avengers, and then you have now because the next Disney movie coming out is the Lilo and Stitch live action remake.
Yep.
Which but the marketing for
it's really
so
good.
far has been pretty good, which was the best thing about the first Lilo and Stitch movie in my opinion. This Thunderbolts / New Avengers billboard got tampered with by Stitch. He's bursting out of the Wheaties box, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. That's like within a week.
Like crazy.
Yep. But clever marketing, very clever marketing on that. Let's head to the news. Disney A News Update. Because we have a pretty long episode for celebrating 200, we only have 2 news items, but they're pretty big news items.
They are.
Right.
Like, massive,
so
actually.
Let's start with probably the lesser of them. But
yeah, okay.
The 70th anniversary decor is up or almost up all over Disneyland. And you have opinions.
I do. It's ugly.
I don't think it's ugly. I just think it's lackluster.
It's lackluster, first of all, which is probably the worst sin. But the color scheme is gaudy and
it's pink and blue.
Horrendous.
At least it's not the birthday cake they had in Disney World that time.
It's just it's really.
I don't think it's horrendous.
We just got out of the 100th anniversary,
which was very nice.
Disney itself. And the color scheme of that was very nice, and they had lots of nice decorations. This, you say, well, at least it's not the birthday cake, but it looks like a 5-year-old's birthday party colors.
Oh, no.
The colors are horrible.
I like
and
the
then
pink
the
and
actual
blue.
decorations themselves look like they were picked up at the dollar store.
Wow. You're way more
I am-
critical than I am.
I do not like it whatsoever.
I was just like, meh, it's fine. That being said, I was there for the 50th, and the 50th ones were great.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe for the 75th, they'll do really good ones. The 60th ones don't stand out as being bad to me. So you're just really not a fan of these ones.
No, I hate them.
It's like
Garbage.
So strong. I just think they're fine. Like I find them unoffensive but also uninspired.
That sounds pretty bad to me.
Not offensive? You're offended by them?
I actually am offended by them.
Oh, I actually think when they put the big one, I hope it's in the middle of when they had the big Pixar display thing last May.
For Pixar Fest
For Pixar
in the
Fest.
Esplanade.
It was in the Esplanade, but then they moved it over into, they had one in DCA and one in Disneyland. I thought the one in Disneyland was dumb, but the one in DCA was very cool. And I liked it being in the Esplanade. And right now the 70th one is in the Esplanade.
Well,
it's still being built.
Yeah, so they have one. They're putting a big one in the Esplanade, similar to the Pixar one, and it's super ugly.
It's not finished yet. You said the concept art looked good. Well, looked okay.
Yeah, but it's still the color scheme is still the problem.
No, the color scheme is fine. It's
and
like
then
whimsical.
in Disneyland they have like where they put the pumpkin and the Christmas tree. They have a little thingy, and that's even uglier.
I don't like that one because it's very meh. It's very forgettable.
Horrible.
Oh, you're so harsh on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine. But if you have an opinion on this, definitely chime in. And tell Brandon how he's being overly critical.
No, I'm correct.
Okay, something I do want to know your opinion on.
Okay.
Really big news came out of Disney this last week.
Huge.
There's a new park coming to the world.
It's been a long time since we've had a new Disney park.
Yep.
Long time.
It was announced that there will be a Disney park going into Abu Dhabi.
That's not on my bingo card.
No, I know. I had that nowhere. I was thinking maybe somewhere else in Europe, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because Universal's making a new park in the UK. Mm-hmm. So you kind of thought, well, maybe Disney could find something in the UK. That's an easy sell. Their Disney movies tend to do pretty well in the UK. Stuff like that.
Exactly.
But no, they're going to the Middle East. They're going to the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi for completely out of the box thinking. There's not a lot of details right now, but apparently they're going for like kind of a more modern,
kind of abstract-y.
Modern spin on a Disney park. The castle itself is gonna kind of look like it belongs in the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I'm kind of excited.
I think it's cool, and the fact that they're taking this completely new approach to it is kind of exciting. It's like, oh, you're getting a chance to be creative. It is in connection with, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but I think it's called Mural. And that's Abu Dhabi's leading creator of immersive destinations and experiences. Basically, this is like a joint venture on their part.
More like Tokyo.
Yeah,
then.
closer to that. I don't know exactly what the like connection, like the is it a Disney one? Like we know very little anyway. But they said the focus is on the arts and creativity.
And there's gonna be probably a bigger budget involved than,
I think so,
than recent Disney outings with all that oil money and stuff.
So this, I'm not going to read this whole release, but a couple things to point out here. It says it will be the most advanced and interactive destination in the Disney portfolio. The location is anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in new ways. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's on, I think it's Yas Island, like it's YAS Island. Which is very touristy. So
Yes.
that's literally what I thought of.
I'm sure it's pronounced completely differently.
Probably.
I don't know.
But as more details will come out, we'll hear more. But this was just the initial announcement. And
it's probably a ways away from being an operating park, like at least 5.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like it'll be 2030 before.
For sure.
But hey,
I mean,
you're gonna have to add another stop on your bucket list to visit all the Disney parks in the world.
That was the second thing I said about it. The first was like, what? Really? Because the same thing, I did not have that in my location bingo card.
No. I honestly, the first thing I saw was like a Facebook image, and I thought it was AI.
Yeah.
Because you had Bob Iger on stage with a bunch of traditional looking Middle Easterns in
traditional clothing.
In their traditional clothing, and I thought, wow, that just looks kind of fake. But
nope.
It's not. No, it's real.
That was an announcement.
It's super real. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we're surprised and interested and curious to see what's going on with this as it develops.
Oh, I hope it's good.
I hope so too, and I guess now we're going to have to stop in Abu Dhabi at some point.
And I've heard good things about Abu Dhabi.
My cousin taught there.
Yeah. So you have had family that has gone there.
Yeah.
And they seem to like it.
Yep.
Yeah,
he did like a teaching, kind of like an exchange, but like that kind of program there.
So generally, the Middle East is not high on my travel bucket list. Why? What happened?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Abu Dhabi does a pretty good job, and
yeah, this would be a good reason to see part of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would see other things than just
of course.
the Disney.
But I mean,
if you're going all that way,
of course. Yeah. But that's why I meant like a good reason to like. This would be the reason that we would go and then tour around while we were there. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's go to the main topic. Okay, Brandon, 200 episodes.
Our intro was probably too long.
That's okay. We don't need to go into crazy detail on our main topics because it's going to be long enough without doing that.
Well, okay. So, if you remember way back for our 100th episode.
That was half of our episodes ago.
Half of our episodes ago. That was a long time ago. We put together a list of 100 things that we like about Disney.
Yes, we actually said it was 100 somewhat specific things.
Somewhat specific things.
Yeah, so it wasn't like we like the movies. It was like we like the
about
the movies.
Yeah, 100 things. You have to be kind of specific.
Yeah.
So we're going to be even more specific maybe this time.
Yeah, so I literally this morning, I re-listened to the 100 to make sure we didn't double up on anything. Okay?
Oh, so we're going to do another 100.
We have another 100 things. And literally during that episode, several times, you're like, when we get to 200, we're going to do another 100 things.
I probably didn't believe we were going to get to 200. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit differently this time. You have a list of 75.
I have a list of 75, and sprinkled throughout, I have 25 questions I'm going to ask you.
Well, it's going to work really well because we can go through 5 at a time, and then you can ask me.
Yep. And
on the 6th one, it can be the ask.
Exactly, and all of the things
coming up off the top of my head. That's how I roll.
Sounds good. All of the things that I'm asking you are like opinion things.
I do have opinions.
I know.
Like the 70th anniversary decorations are terrible.
Oh my God, you're terrible. So I just wanted to point out a couple fun things about our 100th episode. At that point, we had only gone to Disneyland once since like we started this, and I figured out watching it because we also video recorded it.
We did.
It's on YouTube.
I'm not doing that.
No,
this
that's
time.
okay.
I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm in sweatpants. I am wearing a Princess Leia t-shirt, kind of though.
There's no dressing up today.
But I think you had booked our New Year's trip, but hadn't told me. Because we were talking about hours at the park at one point, and you're like, did you know that New Year's they stay open? I was like, what, really? I didn't know that. Maybe we'll go sometime. And you're like, yes, sometime.
That's actually hilarious.
And we did it. It was during the fall because we talked about like upcoming spooky season things. And yeah, you told me we were going like in October sometime. So that is really funny to me.
I can't believe we had done 100 episodes before we went to Disneyland.
Well, a big part of it was COVID. We didn't miss episodes back then.
Right. Big,
Yeah, because we didn't do anything else.
Life was simple then.
It was true.
Nice.
You didn't have to go to Vancouver for 30 hours and then
No.
come home.
No, in fact, I was actively discouraged from doing anything
Yeah, it's true.
like that. Yeah.
All right, are you ready to start on another 100 things that we love? Okay, so I will say we are repeating only 2 things on here.
Oh, that's
from 100.
Unforgivable.
Because the first one...
Oh, okay.
The very first thing... This is in no particular order, but the first thing we have to mention, because we have to mention it, something we love about Disney is...
Churros!
Wow, that got loud.
I will say that the 70th anniversary churro looks good.
Yes, it does. It does. Like, and all the treats look good.
You colors,
had this whole thing.
The colors of the decorations...
And the merch.
Look terrible. But on a churro, they look nice.
I think the food theme stuff and the merch looks really good. So, yeah.
Just the churros.
Number 2, you mentioned 3 times in the last episode that you were really upset this didn't make the 100 list. So I had to put it for number 2 on this one.
Boy, I come with strong opinions.
You do. The gray stuff.
Oh, it is delicious.
Yeah.
I've heard.
We had some.
We did, yes. But I also heard.
Yes.
I was told.
You were so mad that it wasn't on the list the last time.
I mean, that is an easy specific thing.
Yeah.
But if you go to Disneyland, you have to try to try a churro. You have to try
Dole Whip.
The gray stuff. If you like pineapples, you got to try Dole Whip.
I can't put Dole Whip on this list. It was on the last one.
I do feel a little bit bad that I never had a turkey leg.
Yet. We will go back one day and you will have one.
Yeah.
The problem is, we like going, we've gone a few times during food festivals because there seems to always be one. And we like that stuff too.
Okay, well,
number 3.
We gotta punch it.
Okay,
now.
the Grand Circle Tour on the railroad.
Oh, you do love this.
I love this.
It is more attractive the longer you are at.
Yes.
If you were there for a 5-day park hopper, on day 5, a Grand Circle Tour is chef's kiss.
So good.
You might even have a little nap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's kind of the goal, honestly. At least give your feet a nap.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Specifically, I mentioned the Madame Leota room, the seance room in Haunted Mansion.
Yes, the original.
Yes, original Madame Leota. I actually don't love the I love the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, but the original Madame Leota is superior to the Christmas one.
It is better. It's actually not bad
it's fine.
How they incorporated it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of doing a 12 Days of Christmas versus the
they do the 13 Days of Christmas, of course.
Yes, of course. But like, I don't know.
No,
whatever.
it's fine.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I love original Madame Leota. Number 5. Speaking of attractions, I love the coming off at the end of right near the end of Indiana Jones and tourists. Why does it have to be tourists?
We didn't get that dialogue the entire time we were there the last time.
No, but I think we got it like 3 times the time before.
Yeah, that is the best one. And
it is.
It should be every time. But anyway.
Yeah. I like that it changes up though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 5 questions. So here's your first question.
Yeah.
We're starting nice and easy. What is your favorite animated Disney movie?
Ooh, that one's not that easy.
No, but
my favorite or the best one?
I asked your favorite.
Because
it's things we personally love. For example, I think the best one is Beauty and the Beast, but my favorite is Pocahontas.
So I agree. The best one is Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's my
My
second
favorite is probably Great Mouse Detective.
I love that answer. It's so good. Great Mouse Detective is amazing.
Let's go with it.
No notes. Go for it. Number 6. So again, these are in no specific order. It's not like I did parks and then movies or anything like that. Something we love about Disney or Disney-owned properties, The Witch's Road.
Ooh. Go Agatha.
Yeah.
Even though there's no such thing as The Witch's Road, but okay.
Yep, but there is, but there isn't. Because there is, but there isn't.
I don't care. That's kind of a spoiler.
I was also watch Agatha. Where have you been? Come on. But also like the song for it, like everything, just everything. Love it.
Fair.
Number 7. Oh, this is so specific. Okay, so this actually wasn't in the show, but it's Iman Vellani finding out that she got to be the first mutant in the MCU.
Ah. She is adorable, and how much she likes
exactly
comics and is just a huge nerd like the rest
and
of
Canadian.
us. And Canadian. Yeah, no, okay. I
But
like it.
She said that she found out and just was like, no way. Absolutely no way.
I hope they actually go somewhere with that and
Yeah.
and give her something to do now that they're leaning into mutants again.
Yeah.
So
I love that for her. Number 8, being so full, so filled. I took a modern with some of these, like really recent. But that's a great line. And basically, Red Guardian is on the list.
David Harbour is a treasure.
He's amazing. He is amazing. Scarlet Witch casting spells. Yeah. That was actually one that you were angry was not on the list last time.
Yeah. Again, very specific, but it's specific enough that people have tattoos of it.
I want one.
So
I literally want one.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Number 10, popcorn buckets and sippers.
This is a double-edged sword. Technically useless hunks of plastic, but some of them are
they're so
amazing.
Good.
There's probably at least 3 since the last time we went to Disneyland that I'm very sad that we do not have. Chiefly among them, the Death Star popcorn bucket.
Oh, that's so good. That's really good. And right now, or for the 70th, the Abominable Snowman from Matterhorn.
The Yeti.
Yeah, I said Abominable Snowman. Sorry. I was, for some reason, thinking they're yellow. Harry.
Yeah.
The Yeti.
So good. And popcorn buckets at Disneyland were so successful that they've actually expanded to movie theaters, and
Which
it's
is hilarious.
A big thing now
Yeah.
at movie theaters. They had a couple for Thunderbolts. They had a Red Guardian hat that went on top of your thing and opened up, and they also had a limo at AMC theaters.
I would have loved that limo.
Yeah,
It's so good. Okay, ready for your next question?
sure.
You know how Pixar does a bunch of short films?
I do.
What's your favorite? Again, not the best. Favorite.
Well, I can't even remember them all.
No, and I don't have a list here for you, but I can get one if you want.
Probably the chess one.
Oh yeah, Jerry's Game.
Yeah.
You're going old school.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. And do you remember what movie he made an appearance in? The same character art?
I do remember him making an appearance, but I don't...
Toy Story 2.
Okay. Oh,
he shows up to clean up what...
He's the cleaner. He's the
yeah,
cleaner.
yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Number 11 on things I like. Pin trading and collecting. I love pin trading.
It's quite a thing, and like it actually hasn't been around that long. It
No.
just recently celebrated its 25th
Which
anniversary.
shocked me.
That's in the 2000s only.
Yes, exactly.
That's crazy.
That's how math works. Okay, I have something very specific here for number 12. And the chaos begins. It's a foolproof plan.
The pre-show at Guardians
Yes.
is one of the ones that I think we probably know by heart.
Yeah.
And I do my best to not say it out loud.
You can mouth it.
I mouth it.
Exactly. It's kind of like the intro to Haunted Mansion, right? You can mouth it, but don't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13. This can be animated, or it can be at the front of the Oogie Boogie Parade, the Headless Horseman. Mm-hmm.
That was probably the best part of Oogie Boogie Bash was the actual
Yeah.
Headless Horseman.
I agree. I actually loved that parade in general.
It was a good parade.
But, that was so good. And you don't really like parades that much, so...
It was a good parade.
Yeah. 14, the smell of pirate water.
Oh, yeah.
It's a drug, I tell you.
I mean, I'm a sucker for, like, water smells in general. Like, you got your ocean, you got your lake, you got your regular old pool, that chlorine smell. I feel like it gets me real going.
No, I agree.
But pirate's water is its own thing.
Yeah,
it's bromine forward.
Yeah,
which is bromine's better than chlorine.
Agreed. But yeah, you know exactly what that smell is.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which Disney princess do you think has the best character development?
Oh, are we at 11 already?
We are.
Best character.
No, not 11. That's 15.
15, 16.
Yes, 16.
Best character.
14. I'm one early, but that's okay.
Best character development. You know, a lot of them don't get a lot of development.
You have to go pretty recent, I think.
Yeah. It's probably Rapunzel.
I see that. Yep.
Because she's literally locked in a tower and gets to learn about the entire world.
Yep. And it's only when she goes back to the tower that she comes to realizations about who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I think the more modern ones, like you also got like Anna and Elsa kind of thing. They go through some pretty good development stuff like that. But no, I'll go with Rapunzel.
I like it. So you're right. I was one early. So number 15. Something we love about Disney. Doofenshmirtz.
Yes, and his voice actor and the
literally
creator,
why I thought of it. He's amazing.
The co-creator of Phineas and Ferb is really good on social media as well. And there's a new season.
That's crazy. We need to watch it. I love it.
I think we could just throw that on as like the whole series. Just watch it all.
That sounds great. Let's do it.
We used to watch it like just randomly when it was on TV.
An episode here and an episode there, yeah.
But I would like to watch every single episode.
Let's do it.
And the movies. There's movies too, so.
Yeah, totally. Let's do it. We like to watch something like serious and then just have something like fun randomly and short. So that would be a great one. Okay. This is number 16. Meeting Hero from Big Hero 6. This is for you.
That is very specific to me. I was lightly buzzed on a Pixar elemental themed margarita, and poor Hero was there. Big Hero 6. Baymax was not out at that time. I think the costume was broken because he wasn't coming out at all.
Yeah, he wasn't out at all at the time.
And Hero was just standing there all by himself, looking so lonely. And I was like, I'm going to go meet Hero. And you're like, really?
Yeah, because you were like really outgoing at that point in time. But you said...
Just the right amount of margarita.
Yeah, but you said it was one of the best character interactions you ever had. And because there was like no line or anything, you guys like hung out for a while.
It was very casual. We had a good conversation. We got to fist bump. He told me about his nanobots. And yeah, no, it was that was the best character interaction that I've ever had because my inhibitions were down because I'm usually like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
although you did meet Doug, and
Doug
was happy about
was
that.
good.
Yeah,
I was like, I had more margarita by that point, so it was probably.
No, you were fine.
I was fine, but like, yeah. Anyway, Hero was really good. I like it.
Number 17, riding the Matterhorn at night.
Ooh.
I actually love the Matterhorn in general, but at nighttime, it's so cool. You come around and pretty lights, and then pretty lights.
It's Space Mountain. I made someone laugh when we did that at night one time. Like, it's Space Mountain.
When I went with my mom and sister, my sister was losing her voice, but she was sitting in front of me one time we were riding at night, and all you would hear her like in a kind of croaky voice being like, "It's so pretty." Every time we'd come around.
And Matterhorn rocks you at the best of times, but when you can't really see the twists and turns, it rocks you even more.
Exactly.
You got to brace for impact.
I probably should have said riding Matterhorn on Dapper Day. That's actually my favorite.
Well, okay. Now you've ruined one for the 300th.
No, I'll add it for that. It's all good. Okay. 18. Hey, by the number of years between this one and the last one, there could be whole new sections of Disney by the time we get to 300, honestly.
Heck, there could be a new park.
Exactly.
In Abu Dhabi.
Exactly. 18, Oga's Cantina. Shoutouts for both DJ Rex and the Fuzzy Tauntaun drink.
There's some good drinks there. They keep changing them. That was not the popcorn bucket like we were talking about, but the other thing from Star Wars days that I'm very sad to not get is the new Mandalorian tiki mug.
Oh yeah, we have the other tiki mugs. I know.
Now I'm sad. Okay. Moving on.
Number 19, Muppets Christmas Carol.
That wasn't on the first list?
No, it wasn't. We had a couple Muppets things. Working out with the Swedish Chef was actually on that list, but the Muppets Christmas Carol was not. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Muppets, this probably should have been in the news.
Oh,
but
there's Muppets news?
They are apparently professionally filming a version of Muppets 3D or 4D or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, you did send me this.
Because it's closing very soon. But they're going to professionally preserve the whole experience. So I don't know.
And then hopefully put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would watch that.
Yeah, me too. Like regularly. Number 20, getting all the secret unlocked stuff on Toy Story Midway Mania.
There is a special thing on every single screen, and we've gotten them.
Yep.
All.
Yep. A few times.
You get a pretty good score.
Yeah. So that's pretty fun. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready for another question?
Mm-hmm.
What is a great Pixar character that you love?
I mean, there's lots. That's
Pick one. Pick your favorite. One of your favorites. You can't pick just one.
I mean, the easy answer is probably Doug, because he's lovely. But I'm gonna go with Wally.
That's fair. Wally's wonderful.
I like Wally.
Wally's wonderful. That's one of my favorite movies, actually. Like, period. Not necessarily favorite Pixar. Just one of the best movies ever. Okay, 21. Eye to Eye from a Goofy movie is on my list of favorite Disney things. With the dance. Do you know the dance?
I don't.
Do you want to learn the dance?
Not particularly. Boy,
You are a bad millennial.
I am. But man, the Goofy movie and Powerline and all that stuff is so flippin' popular right now.
I liked it before it was popular.
You did. You did.
Yes, which isn't quite as extreme as the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, which is actually a get to. I'm making my junior high film studies students watch a Goofy movie. We're doing movies about family, so we're watching a Goofy movie next.
Are you watching Fast and Furious?
No, because they are junior high. They're not watching Fast and the Furious in school. I know, because what is that all about?
Family. Well, pretty soon they should actually have to watch Fantastic Four.
That's true.
Clearly that's all
we
about family also.
We are actually going to watch The Incredibles as part of this focus on family.
Oh, yeah, Wish.com, yeah. Fantastic Four.
You'd laugh. I swear it. This was not on purpose. All 4 of the movies about family that we're going to watch are all Disney movies. Or Pixar. I guess Incredibles is Pixar. Because we're also going to watch Encanto.
Should have been Fast and Furious. Sorry.
If it was high school, maybe. Okay. Number 22. Sore arms after riding Spider-Man.
I do love that feeling.
And you're just like, oh, I did so well. Ow. No, it's a good feeling.
I am really good at flailing like a Spooderman.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And I actually really enjoy, even if it means our car's not getting a super high score, going with newbies who are just amazed by you on Spider-Man. And every once in a while I beat you on a screen and it's the greatest moment.
One screen. Even when we have to carry newbies, we usually get in the top 10 for the hour at least.
For the hour, yeah. Yep. Number 23. This is, again, very specific. Last episode, we had the goat trick on Big Thunder. This episode, so I can't do that again.
No.
But this episode, it's when you're sitting down and you're about to start moving and you hear that, this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Yeah, that.
It is.
It's a good intro.
Probably one of the better pre-recorded safety spiels.
Exactly. Not the best one, but we had the best one on the last episode, which is, and then you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay.
24, blue milk or green. Both in the movies and to actually have.
It's blue.
It's green.
It's obviously blue. And yeah, no, delicious. Yep. Wonderful.
Okay, ready? 25, bubbles.
I love bubbles. I will almost, my feet will almost never not hurt enough or hurt too much to
almost
goofily run after Bubbles and go Bubbles.
Bubbles.
and you get children giggling and parents also giggling.
Yeah, which is nice because those parents are probably pretty darn tired at that point.
So that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like
Bubbles.
Bubbles. What is your favorite scary detail in a Disney movie?
I do like the Skeleton King in the Black Cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the scariest.
It's
freaking
super
thing.
scary.
So probably that, I guess.
Fair enough. 26. Last time we recorded on 100 episodes, I said my Disney bucket item that is approachable or reachable, but we hadn't done yet, was getting walked off an attraction. So this time, I'm saying getting walked off an attraction when you can see some behind the scenes stuff. Like the lights come on in Indiana Jones. Or you get to walk off of Rise of the Resistance.
We didn't get walked off Indiana Jones, but we've been in a couple of places where the lights come on and it's very interesting, including like sitting on the bridge.
That was cool.
On Indiana Jones. But getting walked off Rise was amazing. I would like to get walked off Incredicoaster.
That would be one of my worst fears of getting walked off Incredicoaster.
I want to get walked off.
I would hate that
from
much.
The highest point.
No,
That's
I would
what I want.
hate that so. I don't know if I could do it. I would just be like, I guess I'm staying here forever. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do it. That sounds horrible.
No,
I've been
amazing.
walked off Rise twice, and I got walked off the very beginning of Cars. Like you weren't like you had just gone past the thing. It was when they were checking your seatbelts, and then the ride broke down. That doesn't count.
No.
And then the one time I was walked off Rise was like right before you moved into the exit. Like you've already come across, so that doesn't count either. But when you and I got walked off Rise,
we were in the smack in the middle of it.
It was great, and then we had to like do this whole big thing where we all had to put our phones away because we were walking through the back. Like that was very cool. This is the only other repetition from the first. Number 27, because they deserve a shout out. Things we love about Disney, the cast members.
Oh yeah, I mean
they get an extra shout out.
There's so many cast members that bears repeating.
Exactly.
Most of them are excellent.
Exactly. Number 28, when every once in a while you find a really good lawyer. No, that happened in No Way Home, and that just like shocked me. Like there were so many surprises in that movie that weren't really surprises. So when that happened, it was very cool. And then they had a little
the biggest
comment again in the new Daredevil season.
Yes, the biggest knock against the Spider-Man movie was that it like relied too heavily on nostalgia and cameos and stuff. But the Daredevil one was actually a surprise to me, and we're pretty tapped in. Yeah, where if
we're surprised, it's a surprise.
Often things aren't a surprise. And that was I lost my mind more at that than any of the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too.
No, I like it. Yeah, and
then they had the shout out to that exact same line in Daredevil Born Again.
Yes, and I have a feeling that either Sam Wilson or Bucky are gonna need a really good lawyer because they're having a trademark dispute right now.
That's true. Oh, that's cool. We have a couple lawyers in there.
We have a couple lawyers, yeah.
What if they each took one?
Yeah. I think that should be the first half of Doomsday.
Yeah,
just
the whole first half. Please no. 29. It's very specific. Nighttime corn dogs right at the end from Little Red Wagon. Hey, do you know they have mustard?
Yes, they do have mustard.
I forgot mustard the one time, and I didn't hear the end of it for like days.
But yeah, getting a corn dog and taking it to the little fake grass park where they have a little mini stage in downtown Disney.
Because we were exiting, going to Stovall's, which is that other exit there. Yeah.
And just munching on a corn dog.
A little picnic.
Had a little picnic
at
midnight. Oh,
that was
really good. Yeah, I love it.
That was a good one, right? 30. Singing along to all the songs, but specifically doing all the parts of all the songs. Do you do this? I do this.
I probably don't do it quite as much as you, but I do remember kind of doing that to a cassette tape
A Whole New World is a big one for this.
A cassette tape of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah.
It was... Because back in the day, you would have it released in theaters, and then you'd have a long gap before you could get
on VHS.
On a VHS. And in between that time, they had the official soundtrack on a cassette tape. It was white, and I would listen to that in the vehicle and try and figure out what LeFou is saying in the Gaston song. Because I could probably look it up now.
I know what it all is. But I learned it all not from looking it up, from just listening to it so many times. So it was very muddled in that one little spot there. Because I had siblings. We had the exact same thing for Lion King, and we used to have...
that was another one.
Each of us would do a voice for Lion King. The best was Just Can't Wait to Be King. So one was Zazu, and then one was Nala, and one was Simba, and then we all were like everyone.
Yeah, see,
and then my sister was like a baby.
It was just me.
Yeah.
So
Lion King was the only one that one of my brothers would participate in.
Right.
Yeah. But A Whole New World, no, I definitely I'd overlap my own voice.
Well, funny story, at our wedding, we made the guests sing Disney songs
to get us to kiss.
To get us to kiss instead of clinking glasses, and that is the one that your older brother did participate in, was the Lion King.
He grabbed my little brother, who was... Well, man, we got married a long time ago, Brandon. They came up, and all of a sudden he hoisted my there's how many years? There's 6 years between them. He hoisted one of them on his shoulder and did the circle of life.
It was hilarious.
It was amazing, and I don't think the younger one knew what was going on. He was just laughing. And the younger one is El Mule, who's responsible for the custom theme song you hear at the top of every one of our shows. Shout out El Mule. Nice. Okay. We also have an episode where he's a guest.
Yeah. And
we talked about Disneyland Paris on it.
He's going to be on a very special podcast coming
up. Oh, that's
actually.
So true. We should shout that out as it gets closer.
We can talk about that at another episode.
Yeah, because it's going to get closer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was number 30. So it's time for another question of yours. And my question's, okay. Which theme park attraction should they try to make a movie of? We have Pirates. We have Haunted Mansion. What's the next one they should try to make a movie? Should, not will. And none is not an option.
No, they've hit most of the classic ones that fit that. I guess the easiest answer is probably Space Mountain. Mm-hmm. They did Tomorrowland, but they should probably...
no one knows about.
Yeah. George Clooney. Anyway, Space Mountain. You can do a sci-fi. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good though. Yeah. Big Thunder. Let's go Big Thunder.
Okay. There's actually a lot of lore in other Big Thunders. Especially.
I feel like Big Thunder westerns are sort of making a comeback now. You could do a cool Big Thunder, and you could have a goat with chewing dynamite.
Of course. I like that answer better, actually.
Yeah.
Because there's some lore and stuff attached to Big Thunder. You can make this work.
Yeah.
Okay, number 31. Loungefly bags. No notes. That's just something we love about Disney. Loungefly bags.
That's something you love about Disney.
You don't love the cost of Loungefly bags?
No.
I don't even have very many super expensive ones. I have some.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Well, you actually got me a couple. Loungefly now ships to Canada. I was just looking over and I see my Beast one and it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Being pixie dusted and watching others be pixie dusted.
Most of the time watching others be pixie dusted is good. So, sometimes I go... Arr.
You know what I was thinking of? And this was cool because not only were they from Canada, they were from Alberta. The family that got chosen to go first to Cars at the rope.
The rope drop. They were the pit crew.
They were the pit crew. And I mean, there's always a family that gets picked and stuff like that. But we actually ran into them and talked to them later. And I don't know if I've ever seen such just a happy family. Yeah. I was just so excited.
That's the perfect example.
Yeah.
Of that.
And she said they felt so badly leaving the line. They're like, we don't want people mad at us. And I'm like, wow, you sound so Canadian.
Very Canadian. Yes.
Building a lightsaber. This is for you.
Apparently, the little skit that they do as part of that is different now.
Oh, should have to build a new one, I guess.
No. But
For
yes,
me,
very good.
Yep. It actually made me emotional just to watch this.
If you're a Star Wars, like a big Star Wars fan, it is emotional.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm like...
I think you are.
I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And I was watching, not even participating in, and I was like definitely tearing up. Building QT314. This is my droid. I love her.
Building droids is pretty good, yeah. So that's the building things in Batuu.
Yep. Okay. 35, the Esplanade music. Either going in or coming out of the park.
Yep, it's a pretty good loop.
Mm-hmm.
You get your Soren, you get, well, you used to get Zippity Doo Dah.
Yeah, I liked when there was Zippity Doo Dah. I don't think they need to remove that.
But you get some Star Wars, you get some Indiana Jones, your John Williams is well represented.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Getting next question. Which Disney villain should get an origin story like Cruella or Maleficent?
Jafar.
Love it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. And there was no hesitation in your answer there. No notes, just Jafar.
Just Jafar, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 36, the holidays at the parks, like the decor and the details and stuff like that.
Except for the 70th anniversary.
Oh 37, this is not necessarily the parks, just in general, the Millennium Falcon. All Star Wars ships, but mostly the Millennium Falcon.
And the fact that you can actually go up and look at the Millennium Falcon and like also go on your phone and make it spurt out smoke.
Oh, that's cool. That is a cool one.
Yeah. Okay.
38, Ahsoka, who is no Jedi.
What a turnaround for that character.
Yeah.
Because when the Clone Wars first came out, I bet you that no one really liked her except maybe like 4-year-old girls.
I love her.
But
she might be my like.
She became as
she's not my favorite, but she's in the top 5.
As the Clone Wars show matured and got better writing and got a better direction. She became a fan favorite.
Yep. She's amazing, and I've met her a couple times. I love her, actually. 39, again, very specific. We had Ahsoka. Now let's go more classic. Admiral Akbar and it's a trap. So in 100 we had Never Tell Me the Odds. This one we have It's a Trap.
It's a trap. Admiral Akbar is apparently going to make his triumphant return in season 2 of Ahsoka.
Can you tell? That's why I put them side by side, because I was thinking of Ahsoka and then was like, wait.
We're gonna find out why Akbar is an admiral, because he's gonna go head to head against Thrawn, and that'll be good because justice for Admiral Akbar.
Absolutely.
He got done dirty by the Disney sequels. I'm not as down on the Disney sequels.
No, me neither. I think it's dumb that people are
as
so down
most
on.
people, but Akbar got done dirty.
Yep. Number 40 is more something that we do, but I know a lot of fans do. Every time a new trailer comes out, something we love about Disney is absolutely analyzing and tearing apart every new trailer, looking for little details. Like think of a Fantastic Four trailer.
So wonderful. It
is like an event to watch a new trailer.
You get to be immersed in the,
yes.
And like it's just, I don't know. If you're into that, it makes it like more.
I think so too.
I don't know.
I love it. New question for you. Which Star Wars character or time period should be a focus for a new show or movie?
Star Wars character?
Or time period.
Well, the easy answer is the actual Old Republic. There's the Knights of the Old Republic video games, and there's a lot of material there to tap. Your main character in that video game, you can like choose between the light and the dark side. And I think in the canon of the video game, he becomes Darth Revan, and he's like extremely powerful, very cool. But then my secondary answer would be I want a kind of like Marley and Me type of movie, except with the Rancor trainer.
That's amazing. What? Oh my god. So I saw one thing and it was like, what I want is like nature documentary shows about like, right? So like not like basically like what would Jedi or these characters that we've been following after a stressful day, what would they come home and watch on TV?
David Attenborough narrates Star Wars beastery nature.
Basically like that would be a half-hour thing on porgs. A half-hour thing on maybe the Rancor.
They should do a special presentation where they have like a Disney nature porg or crate dragon.
Okay, so like that's amazing. I love this idea. I'm kind of obsessed with this Marley and me Rancor. Like, oh my god, where did that thought even come from? I love that. He's clearly very attached to the Rancor.
Exactly.
And you're like, there's a story there.
So he was probably my favorite, like, random side character from the original trilogy.
More than, like, Salacious Crumb?
Yeah. I didn't like Salacious Crumb.
I love it.
He's annoying.
Yeah, he's super annoying.
I mean, that's his point, but...
do you want to hear a funny story? So, I was talking... Because May the 4th landed on a weekend, a few of us who like Star Wars did, like, a continuation and on Revenge of the 5th. On May the 5th, we all did Star Wars. And this one girl was, like, talking about how much she loves... She's really young. She's in her 20s. So, of course, she loves the prequels. Because that's something Gen Z does.
Yeah.
I know. But anyway, she's like, you know who I always loved, who was underrated? Because we were... myself and this other teacher who are about the same age were talking about how much we love, like, C-3PO and R2 and, like, the originals, right? And she's like, I always loved Jar Jar Binks. And...
Excuse me?
And nice. And myself and the other teacher looked at each other and we're like, no. And she's like, I'm sorry. We're like, no, just no. You can actually love Jar Jar Binks if you want. Just know you'll be judged by every millennial.
Horrible.
But I love how enthusiastic she was.
There's redeeming qualities about the prequel trilogy. Especially with the Clone Wars filling in some of the blanks and stuff. Yeah. Jar Jar Binks is not one of them.
You know what? When we first watched them in theaters, little kids loved Jar Jar.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think that's it. But no, I agree. Anyway, yeah. I thought that was funny. Okay. I'm obsessed with this Rancor idea. Number 41. Things we love about Disney. Festivals at DCA.
Yeah.
I love festival time. I actually originally had the Sip and Savor cards, but I was like, no, it's festivals in general.
Festivals in general. Get a Sip and Savor card. Go watch the bands.
Oh, dang. I could have just had I could have had 10 items just about festivals.
Probably. Okay.
But I did get specific because number 42, having a Pim's drink while in line at Guardians. Specifically out of the cups. We have a few Pim's cups now.
We have a few Pim's cups. I've also had the beer that loads from the bottom.
That's great. But you get a drink and you go a line at Guardians. It's one of my favorite things.
You make sure you go to the bathroom before.
Very important, especially if one of the elevators is down.
Yeah, if you're down to 2 shafts of Guardians, there you need to.
Yep, it's important. And if you time it right, you can like see cavalcades coming out or whatever. Like it's fun. I like it.
Makes the line go by good. It's better. It's better than heads up.
Agreed.
Having a little drink.
I agree. Speaking of specific things in the parks, Jolly Holiday tomato soup and grilled cheese at the end of the night. People watching as everyone leaves Disneyland. I always wanted to do this, and a couple trips ago we got to, and it was everything I wanted it to be and more.
We've only done it once.
Yep.
Usually we're in line for a ride.
Yeah, because you know what? On our 100th episode, we specifically said one of our favorite things was getting into line at 11:59 when the park closes at midnight.
We did 11:59 once or twice. It's tough.
Yeah,
it was like roughly.
Yeah.
But the Jolly Holiday tomato soup was even tougher because like you want to go on rides.
Yeah.
But it just worked out the one time that's what we felt like doing, and we did it. And they locked the front doors, but the restaurant was still open.
We went in the side.
We went in the side, and we were literally sitting there eating our soup and watching people go to the front doors and then turn around and leave.
We had mobile ordered.
Yes.
Which is a good tip to do that for that. Going back to Pixar, A113 Easter egg in Pixar movies. Really Easter eggs in general, but when you watch it and you're like, hey, it's the thing. A113 always does that for
Pixar
me.
is big on
Yes.
Easter eggs.
Yes. Before you go too far into that, number 43 is finding Pizza Planet trucks in Disneyland Resort during Pixar Fest.
So, like, hidden Mickeys are super fun.
Which was on our 100 list. That's why it's not on this one.
Yeah. I liked the Pixar trucks even more.
We had so much fun doing this, and then when we went the next time, I'm like, I kind of miss the Pixar trucks.
Because hidden Mickeys are kind of abstract, and you can have people be like, "Oh, that's a hidden Mickey." And
some are obvious.
Some are obvious and on purpose.
And very cool.
Some other ones are like, that's just a knot in the wood.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But the Pixar trucks were actual things, and they had them in attractions and themed to where they were, and that was amazing.
Did you have any favorites?
The one in Batuu in the Droid Factory.
Oh yeah, because you had to look up.
The one in Pirates was really good.
Oh yeah. It was in the treasure hoard where
the one in Avengers Campus. It was in kind of a collector's cube, but it was at the Terran Treats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was pretty good.
I really liked. There was one, but it was only in. You know how there's two opening, like the rooms pre-shows. Thank you. It was in one of them, but not the other one.
Yeah, for Guardians. Yeah, that one was pretty good too.
And I really liked the one that was like falling apart with the stuff in Matterhorn.
Yes, in the where
you come around, the's like the wrecked old bobsled.
The bobsled's wrecked, and
and Giant Jack was playing with one in Incredicoaster where you stop. Yeah, and there were a lot, and they were very cool.
There was 50 of them.
There was and I don't know if we kept track, but we figured we had like in the mid 30s, and you found most of them.
I think we got up to like 40.
I believe you because we found a lot, and you found some really hard ones.
Yeah.
Oh, B, D, and K2 specifically. So last time we had R2D2 and C3PO.
Oh, so you're just like picking other droids.
Picking other. These are actually like
modern droids.
Yeah, exactly. These are like modern, new, but like really awesome droids.
Okay. Yeah. Explain why you like K2.
Okay. He is so freaking sarcastic. First of all, love the guy who voices him. Like I don't know if
Alan Tudyk is
he's amazing.
Amazing voice actor.
But I was trying to think of like anything that he has done that I don't love.
Yeah, there's probably nothing. He also voices Hey Hey.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I don't love Hey Hey, but I'm mostly just angry about the Pua.
Yes.
Lack of Pua.
The Hey Hey is kind of annoying, but his voice acting work on it is hilarious, and especially if you see a behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's just hilarious.
Thing of him doing the voice.
I love him, and I love K2 because he might be the most sarcastic droid that there is, and that's saying something because a lot of the droids are sarcastic. But he also like absolutely ripped my heart out during Rogue One.
I don't know if it's even sarcasm. It's more deadpan.
Yes, no, that's true. It is deadpan. Like for example, it's like I'm here for you because Cassian said I had to be. Like,
just deadpan. And that's probably the thing I'm most excited for of Andor season 2 because K2 is coming back.
Excited.
Well, we're introduced to the original K2. Anyway, that's good. BD is from the Jedi Outcast / Survivor.
So the reason I put
games.
these together is because I know you love BD, and I was like, oh, what's the modern one I love is K2.
And he's kind of like your little friend. He's actually in the game itself. The mechanic is he's your health potion basically. But he's the most useful droid since R2. He does a lot. He does some heavy lifting.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Like, R2 is by far the most useful droid, I think. And you're like, BD is right there.
He's right there. He does a lot.
And we saw really cute BDs, so like dancing around. I'm just saying.
Those were BDXs. Those are
totally different.
They're different.
Okay.
It's important.
Okay, I believe you. What number are we at here? Oh, yes, BD and K2. Okay. 46. Touching the rope at rope drop.
Oh, wonderful. Much harder these days, actually.
It's true. It is true. Well, maybe not. Canadian travel has plummeted.
That is true.
But I don't think Disneyland is as effective as Disney World.
I say it's much harder because unless you're staying on property and get up early.
Right, because of
They
when
let you
the
in,
different
They
gates
let you
open.
in early
Yeah,
if you're
it's
staying
true.
on property.
I
So.
agreed. We still did it, but it's harder. Before we did it consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having whatever special drink, like for example, Pixar Fest margaritas that you mentioned, or cold brews, like they don't have to be alcohol. Sitting on the benches, looking across the water at the Wheel of Death in DCA.
Usually it's alcohol, though.
Well, sure, but I've had a couple really good cold brews. Okay.
They do have a fantastic selection of cold brews at Disneyland in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, getting a beer or some other cocktail and sitting and looking across the lagoon.
It's so good.
And the sun shining
Or
on
like
you.
a snack as well. Like, I don't know, we'd be like, let's go to our spot, and we just like sit and watch, and it's just the ambiance is top tier.
You rest your feeties. And...
Yep. Sit in the sun, especially if we come from winter here. 48, the partner statue.
Yeah, that's a pretty good statue. Pretty good statue.
49, eating snacks while in line or on top of trash cans. There's something very...
People love using trash cans as a table. I think it might even be bigger in Disney World.
I think it is too.
But yeah, there's sometimes, especially during a festival, there's lack of tables.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Disney's better about it than Epcot, which is the big festival place in Disney World, and so that's where it became a big thing where you use the trash can. And Disney's so clean that the trash can is not unpleasant.
Yeah, it's just funny, like more than anything. Number 50, Disney bounding.
Yes, Disney pounding's a wonderful thing.
Time for a new question. Which Disney character would you most want to be friends with in real life?
Oh heck.
I might have missed 45. I have to do 2 questions back to back.
Okay, well, do 2 questions back to back. Which Disney character do I want to be most want to be friends with in real life? Disney character.
Mm-hmm. It can be animated, live action, Star Wars, MCU, whatever. At Disney or Disney owned. How about?
Chewbacca.
Oh, I love Chewbacca.
He's the definition of ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
He owes you a Wookiee life debt.
I was just thinking of The Force Awakens, his reaction when Han... Oh, my God. Yeah. You know what? Okay, anyone who complains about the prequels, it had problems, I'll tell you. Do you remember watching The Force Awakens for the first time and how amazing that was?
The Force Awakens was great, and I quite like The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of Skywalker kind of undoes both of those, unfortunately. But there's still a lot to like about.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to like about the sequels more so than the prequels.
And I hope they kind of redeem it with the Rey movie that
I
they're
hope
working
so.
on.
I hope so. Okay, so like I said, I had to do 2 back-to-back now. What was, your favorite theatrical moment from a Star Wars or MCU movie? Speaking of watching these things in theaters.
Theatrical moment.
Yeah.
So I had to have watched it in theaters.
You had to have watched it in theaters. So, and it was like a moment.
Unfortunately, I was not watching Empire Strikes Back in theaters because I feel like that would have been...
I'm sure it would have been.
Yeah. An amazing...
I'm sure it would have been.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That would have been, but you can't put that one.
No. It is watching Infinity War, actually probably the second time.
I know exactly what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say. Oh, my God.
And the dusting scene is going on, and it's very quiet. And like it was very powerful the first time because it was the opening weekend, and
we watched it while we were at Comic-Con.
Yeah, very like big nerd crowd, and that was like walking out of a funeral, which was an amazing theatrical moment. But the second time we were sitting right beside a young child, and he was wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt or something, I think, and he started crying.
Yeah.
And he's like, Daddy, they can't kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, like not even like could barely get the words
Oh no,
out.
like bawling.
Like, snot,
So
dribbling,
good.
like, but he can't go like that. And I was just like, oh my god. And I wanted to be like, no one stays dead in Marvel, kid. It's okay, except Uncle Ben. But
it used to be Uncle Ben and Bucky came back.
Yeah, so
now
it's fine.
just
Yeah.
Now it's Uncle
It's
Ben
okay.
and Aunt May.
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess. Yeah. Which is this version of Uncle Ben. Like Uncle Ben, we never had him in the MCU, so
That's true.
It's Aunt May
but,
is the Uncle Ben.
I mean, Uncle Ben had to have existed.
No, he
and-
didn't.
Eh,
You can have an aunt without an uncle
I-
attached.
true.
He
but,
goes and lives with his aunt.
Yeah, but I feel like he did exist.
I don't think so. She seems very single to me.
He died very young.
Maybe. Okay, I feel like you're reaching. Aunt May serves the purpose that Uncle Ben served. So Aunt May stays dead. We know this. In this universe, in 616.
No, she's gonna come back in Doomsday.
Well, that's why I said in 616. But yes, he was devastated. And so the movie ends.
Hilarious.
The credits roll.
Like-
but also
like heartwarming.
Heartwarming hilarious. Like, you're like, I love it. And also ouch.
It's just like
but also wonderful.
It's how effective that
Yes.
moment
It's
was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And especially Spider-Man. I mean, I know lots of people love Spider-Man. I don't dislike Spider-Man at all, but he's not my favorite. But like his death scene was like,
Well,
yeah.
Tom Holland knocked it out of the park, and
yeah, he destroyed
it was the one to go, oh no, this is everybody.
Yeah, especially because everyone thought he was safe because we knew he had a movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, so good. I totally agree. Okay, 51. Nightmare Before Christmas in general, the whole movie, which I liked before it was cool.
Yeah.
It was.
What's your favorite song from Nightmare Before Christmas?
It's a really good question. So like I really love Sally, and Sally's Lament is really good. But I mean, come on, Oogie Boogie's like.
Ooh.
Oogie Boogie's really good. That being said, when I fell asleep literally while walking back to our hotel, and when we were there at New Year's, it was the first time I had written the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, and I kept singing. The one that was like the earworm was like Kidnap the Santa Claus. So I don't know if that's my favorite, but man, that was stuck in my head. And I probably have played This Is Halloween the most.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right answer. This is Halloween.
I'm not mad at that. Like, it's really...
but
It might technically be... Or What's This? Ooh. I think I've played those two the most.
There's a lot of
They're
flippin'
so
good
good.
songs.
They're so freaking good. Danny Elfman, right?
Yeah.
Like, just so freaking good. Do you know on our 100th we had great Disney composers? Yeah. Danny Elfman, I don't think made that. Like, we were just talking about general ones, but, like, he needs to be on it just for Nightmare Before Christmas. So good. What's your... Are you saying This Is Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. The magic carpet ride moment in Aladdin is very cool. And you get to see it in Disney, like Broadway.
Yes, you do. The pacing of that scene seems to indicate that they break the speed of sound, but that's fine.
No, it's magic. It's fine. Speaking of Halloween, number 53, Halloween Town. I love Halloween Town. Halloween Town, the movies. Make things we love about Disney.
I believe we had an episode about Halloween Town called Wish.com Harry Potter.
That is literally wow, you have a really good memory. That is literally what we called it. And you know what? I love Halloween Town more than I love Harry Potter, so just sit back. That doesn't mean it's better. That means
it's cheesier, but
maybe more fun.
More fun and less problematic in a lot of ways. So
yeah, you know what? Instead of negative images from maybe the writer, you have the woman who starred in Singing in the Rain, dropping like life advice, and like it's just really
Princess
cool.
Leia's mom.
Yeah, Princess Leia's mom. Thank you. Exactly. Number 54, speaking of Halloween, you know what I love? That giant pumpkin on Main Street, USA in Disneyland. One side winking, one side just smiling.
This may be a controversial, unpopular opinion. It's better than the Christmas tree.
You're right. That's wrong. Number 55, the giant tree in Disneyland at Christmas time.
Like the pumpkin more. The tree's,
You like Halloween better than Christmas.
the tree's
though.
fine.
You know what else?
I actually like the DCA tree more.
I was gonna say, I bet you like the DCA tree more.
I do.
I love the DCA tree, but I think it fits DCA. I think the Disneyland tree fits Disneyland. But you know what else I love as part of that? And this is still number 55. I love the gingerbread house that Grand Californian
In the
does.
Grand Californian,
Yeah.
yes.
They also do a big thing for like Star Wars days and anyway. But yeah, I love the gingerbread house.
They have stuff for Christmas. They have stuff for Star Wars.
Yeah.
They have stuff for Easter.
They have stuff for all the things. But the big gingerbread house, I remember when we went to Storytellers, and then we spent I don't know how long looking at trying to find all the hidden Mickeys worked into the gingerbread house. That was amazing. Ready for another question?
Sure.
Okay. So, if you can live in any Disney or Disney-owned universe, which would you choose? I told you, some of these opinion ones are hard.
Do I get to choose like who I get to be, or like the time
If
period?
you can pick details, sure.
Interesting. Well, I tell you what, I do not want to live in New York in the MCU.
No, that sounds terrible.
That's a really bad idea.
That's a bad life choice.
Um,
Okay, that's where you least would. I want to know where you.
yeah,
would
that's the
want to.
least. That's
Yeah.
the
Bonus question.
no.
there.
No, I kind of want to be a merman in The Little Mermaid.
Oh, Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
But
not the movie Atlantis, like the Atlantica.
Yeah. I'd be like I don't know, one of the horn blowers for when King Triton gives an address or something.
I love it. I think I had missed another question.
I like being in the ocean, so there you go.
That makes sense. I think I missed another question, so I'm going to ask you two back to back. So I know you're generally not a fan of live action remakes, but which was your favorite moment or detail or character or something like that from a Disney live action remake? I think I know the answer, but I'm asking you anyway.
Yeah, you super do know the answer.
Is it from Jungle Book?
It is. Christopher Walken as King Louis. Perfect.
Yep, and you know what my favorite part of that was? Where Mowgli comes in and he picks up a cowbell and is like,
yes.
and then drops it.
Yes. Exactly. 100%.
But yes,
you
Christopher Walken
crafted that question to get that answer.
Well, I would have been surprised if it wasn't. But there were a couple cool moments. Like, I know a couple things happened in, like, Cruella. And you're like, oh, that was really cool. Or I know you liked in Mulan when they tried to go straight kung fu, but then they
didn't,
like, chickened
so,
out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but there were still some cool kung fu moments in it.
No.
No? Okay.
I got a fever. And the only cure is more cowbell.
Oh. Okay, number 56. Okay, I like Disney history.
Yeah.
You know who needs some more love in the Disney world? Roy Disney.
It's true. I have a lot of appreciation for Roy Disney because he was the numbers guy, and I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah, and I think the older and the more I know, like, you can come up with all these grand ideas, but unless you have someone who's literally doing the work to make it work, it doesn't happen. And Roy did the work to make it work.
He did the work, and he did the money, and he was the business guy doing business.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Love Lillian. She might be on list 300 here. But Roy is making this list. Number 57. Jingles on King Arthur Carousel. The Mary Poppins one.
The Mary Poppins one.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay. Yep, I like it.
58. Getting to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus, which we did last night.
I was very sad last night.
Mm-hmm.
My hockey team lost in overtime, and I was like, I need a happy musical.
You literally were like, can we watch a happy musical? I said, sure, what do you want to watch? And you're like, Hamilton. It's like comfort at this point.
Yeah. Oh, neither of us stayed awake during the whole thing.
Nope, I fell asleep for most of the middle. I was awake at the beginning. I woke up just before the end, and then I fell asleep again, I think, during the last number or something. It's comfort at this point.
I stayed fully awake until Thomas Jefferson came in. Like, I saw the whole Thomas Jefferson.
I saw the whole Thomas Jefferson.
And then I fell asleep, and I woke up at the gasp.
Oh, you slept more than me.
Yeah.
Because I was awake. No, hold on. I fell asleep before you. But I woke up longer later.
Yeah.
But I was definitely asleep for the gasp.
No, I woke up at the gas.
I think I fell asleep during.
And I was like, holy crap, it's the gasp already. Okay, well.
No, I woke up and it was, I think, oh no. Freaking, I woke up during It's Quiet Uptown, which is like such a devastating.
I'm happy to sleep through that.
Oh my god! But I fell asleep before.
When
they were doing the letters back and
gets
forth.
a little dusty.
Yeah, a little dusty. Yeah. I love when he comes out and he's like, "Can we get back to politics?" He's, "Please." Yeah. And I'm like, he is all of us. Yeah. Okay, so getting to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus. 59. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Speaking of writing Disney animated songs, because I was like. How about Shiny? No, wait. How about Surface Pressure? No, wait. How about... Yeah.
He's a pretty good minstrel, that guy.
Yeah. Dude's pretty solid. 60. Fireworks and the cool places to watch them, not necessarily in front of the castle.
Castle. Tired. Being on Big Thunder. Wired.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Also, Casey Jr.
Oh, that was what we did that a couple times, and that was just one of my favorite things. You timed that so perfectly.
It's not easy, but try.
Yeah.
Casey Jr. is an amazing place to watch the fireworks from.
It is so good. You even get to see, which you can't see from Big Thunder, the flying, like whether it's Tinkerbell or we were there during Pixar Fest, we saw the Up House or, the different things. You can see it on Casey Jr.
So good.
It was amazing. I may have cried. Okay, question time. What Disney movie would you recommend to someone who has never seen a Disney film?
Which Disney film would I recommend to someone who's never...
Who's lived under a rock for, like, ever. 100 years. Because, 100 years. And they've never seen anything Disney, and you're like, this is what Disney is. And you recommend a Disney movie to them.
It has to be Beauty and the Beast.
That is the correct answer. I totally agree.
Because it's...
I almost said Snow White, but it has to be Beauty and the Beast.
No, I mean, Snow White is probably the second, just because of
I totally agree.
The history and everything. But, like, Beauty and the Beast animation and the songs, everything,
Yeah, I totally agree. It's, like, epitome. It's, like, the highest point of everything.
Yeah.
Another question for you. Which MCU character other than Fantastic Four is your favorite?
Well, Fantastic Four are not technically... Well, they're technically...
Well, I don't know.
Their ship is in the MCU right now.
That's why I'm excluding them.
I'm very excited for the Fantastic Four, so
yes.
thank you for excluding them.
You are most welcome.
I will go with Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, great answer.
I love him.
Would you have said that without Guardians? The ride.
The ride? Possibly. He
was great in the movies. I think the ride, like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, it's all, it's everything.
Great answer.
I like him. He makes me like Bradley Cooper, which is a stretch for me because I think Bradley Cooper's kind of annoying. But
yeah, I totally agree. I agree on both accounts.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite, but like I 100% respect this answer. Okay. 61. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, specifically the song Nothing Can Stop Us Now. Nothing can stop us now. Which is one of the songs I sing in my head while you plan what we're doing moment to moment.
True, you do like singing your song. Can I get even more specific?
Do it.
I like the sun in the first room of
boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, and then he gets like real serious. Boom, 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 boom. I like the sun.
No, do it.
I like the sun
in
Mickey's Runaway Railway.
I love it.
Boom, boom,
I love it.
Okay, there you go.
Because I like Pluto being in every scene or whatever, right? But like the sun is so specific. I love it. Okay, 62 is another merch thing. Shout out to Disney Lego. It's a problem. It is such a problem.
A significant problem.
But a wonderful problem to have.
Okay.
63, San Francisco. I should have put this with Meeting Hero, honestly. Sorry.
Probably, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be a theme back to back.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's not. As I thought of it.
San Francisco is the perfect marriage of corporate synergy, easy, cost-effective theming, and just execution, because
that's why I love it so much.
On the surface, it's just a food court.
Oh no, 100%.
And it was always just a food court.
100%.
It was like California themed, because it was California Adventure, as the Pacific Wharf, and San Francisco, where the Pacific Wharf is in San Francisco, so it works.
Well, and that's you totally get what I'm saying about this. Like, I've only eaten a couple things there, even, so it isn't even like the food from it. It's just like the way they did it was just like checking all the boxes.
It was
smart, and
it was such an easy win, very cost effective, because they didn't have to do that much.
Exactly.
But it's 10 times better than it was.
Exactly. Speaking of super specific things, I love the Skipper's Christmas tree at Jungle Cruise during the holidays.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's better than the big Christmas tree.
Oh my God, you're so terrible. I love the big Christmas tree. Last time we had the backside of water, which is actually my favorite thing at Jungle Cruise, so I couldn't do that one again. 65, all of the Christmas lampposts being different in Disneyland Park.
Yeah, they're all themed to their area.
Exactly,
and
which I love.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Ready for another question?
Sure.
We love the Disney Renaissance and musicals in general. If Disney was remaking an animated movie as a stage musical, which one would you like most to be seen on Broadway or Broadway Cross Canada, like as a Broadway show? That hasn't been done before. The reason I said the Disney Renaissance is, they did Beauty and the Beast, they did Little Mermaid. Yeah.
Then they've done Aladdin.
They've done Aladdin. And Lion King.
And Lion King. Lion King is probably the most successful and best.
And Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast is very good. I saw that on Broadway.
I saw it on Broadway. We're seeing The Lion King later this year. On Broadway across Canada. I know it's not the same.
I would be very curious to see how they would do The Little Mermaid.
Which they've done.
They have?
They have, yes.
Oh, really? Well, it wasn't very successful then, because I've never heard of it.
Well, they did it, but it wasn't as successful as Beauty and the Beast or Lion King. So that's the one you'd most like to see.
I guess, but if they've already done it, then... No. Let's have them do something that wasn't a musical. Let's have them do Toy Story on Broadway.
What? You know what? That'd be kind of cool. Did you do the Randy Newman songs and incorporate them?
Make it a musical.
Okay.
Have You've Got a Friend in Me, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But I want to see them do, like, the toys, like how they do Lion King with the puppet stuff. I want to see them do toys on Broadway, and then, like, new songs.
I love it. Incorporate the existing songs. Add more.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Make it a musical.
Yep.
And you could, like, pull from all of the trilogy, because there's only been three.
Fair enough. There's only been three. Yeah, agree.
Toy Story movies.
Only three. Definitely on three. Oh no, they're making the new one though.
Well,
so we'll
they're
see.
making 5. I don't know why they skipped 4, but
maybe they were counting all the shorts.
Maybe I don't know. But that is my pick.
I like it. I really like it. Do you want to see the Little Mermaid one?
Well, no, because it's obviously bad. If I didn't even know it existed.
No, it's not supposed to be bad. There are some that are definitely like not great, or not necessarily not great, but like less good. Beauty and the Beast and Lion King are held up as.
I was just curious to see how they were going to do the ocean parts.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know. No, Toy Story the musical. Do it.
Okay. Okay. Number 66. The gravedigger / watchman and his dog in the haunted mansion. You come around after you've been like tilted back, and you come around and he's sitting there and he's shaking the poor dog. I love the dog so much.
You come around after you've been yeeted out the attic window and you die.
Is the theory.
That.
Okay.
For sure. I feel bad for that dog, though.
I know. He's terrified.
And
I love that.
Really skinny.
Yeah, also that. But he's
owned by the gravedigger. He should get lots of bones. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. 67. Controversial. I love Ewoks, Porgs, Lothcats, and other cute Star Wars things that some people love but others get grumpy about. I love that there's something that exists that makes like, "Rrr," but also like other people love them.
I still get grumpy about Ewoks, but that's just because of the plot, not because of Ewoks themselves.
That's fine.
And also, the Battle for Endor movie was terrible.
Okay,
but I still watched it a bunch because I wanted more Star Wars in my life.
Yeah.
When we were young, we only had 3 Star Wars movies.
Exactly. That's all we had.
And a Battle for Endor, and I watched Battle for Endor more than I would care to say these days.
You know what? You were saying that you think I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm not as big a Star Wars fan as you, but I do like Star Wars a lot. Do you know how many times on the old VHS of the original Star Wars trilogy, before they digitally remastered it, there was George Lucas doing an interview about imagining the prequels? And this was before there were trailers or anything, but we knew they were coming. On one of them. And do you know how many times I watched that interview?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen that interview.
Oh, I'll find it, because I think we might have them. If not, it's on YouTube. Yeah. So I was like, wow, I did not fast forward through that like at all. Like I watched that so many times.
It must be the gold box Star Wars VHS.
Maybe? I know it was a VHS because when I watched it with some of my siblings, they fast forward through it. Like right. I distinctly remember that, so it had to be VHS.
Yeah. No, if it was the unaltered ones, it had to be VHS because anything otherwise, there might have been one laser disc of the
maybe,
but
anyway, yeah, isn't that? And I watched that so many times. Okay, 68. The takeoff on Incredicoaster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And all the people watching you and
yes,
it's so good.
And then the water goes up. Oh, it's so good. Or like watching that from like lamplight. Oh, it's so good. 69.
Nice.
Kylo. I totally didn't realize which one I put was 6. You ready for this? Kylo Ren coming back to handle this personally on Rise of the Resistance.
Nice.
I did not plan that at all.
Very, very nice.
I'll just go. Keep going. 70. The ending credits of WALL-E. Have you seen the ending? Have you paid attention to the ending credits of WALL-E?
It's almost like cave drawings, but they're planting and
it's the progression of art history.
Yeah.
With the song as it's showing the evolution of them repopulating, reestablishing themselves on the earth.
It is probably still the best Pixar movie, but
agreed.
Okay.
And the ending credits are amazing. Okay, ready for question time?
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite Disney movie soundtrack?
Well, you said Disney movie. Is it purchased?
You can choose any Disney or Disney-owned property.
Wow, then it's Star Wars.
No, wait, that's Indiana Jones.
That's Indiana Jones. Fail. But no, it's Star Wars. John Williams is amazing, and
so he was actually on our list of 100 things we loved about Disney. It was John Williams. Okay, what is your favorite Marvel action scene?
Ooh.
See, I tried to do like Star Wars and then Marvel, and like to keep it even.
Action scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to go the first hallway fight of Daredevil.
Really?
Because that...
Like Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
It was amazing. No, that was amazing.
It just...
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was really good. And it was like shocking.
Just like simple and well shot.
Yeah. So good.
A lot of the good action scenes are very CGI heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Your first Avengers movie when they're all fighting together is very good.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't like the simplicity and visceral nature of that first hallway scene that they've been chasing ever since.
Yeah.
In all of the Defenders properties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, other things we love. Space Mountain and the hyperspace overlay.
I was skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
It works. It's good.
It was so good. Loki sitting on his throne at the end of season 2. It's just like shows him up close, and then it just pans out, and he's sitting with a tree, and you don't think so?
I will reserve judgment until Doomsday.
Fair enough. 72, another Marvel moment. That's Hulk's secret. He's always angry.
Yes.
He that he turns. Oh man, no, so good.
But that's the best CGI scene in all of Marvel.
Oh yeah,
because
I couldn't believe they showed that
it's that. It's pure CGI, the best Hulk transition, and just it. Amazing. But it feels tangible almost.
Yeah, it's so good.
So yes.
The "I love you, I know," as he's being lowered and just. I know Disney didn't own it at the time, but they do now. So
they super didn't, and George Lucas didn't write that either.
What? Oh wait, no, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
He was because he's supposed to say "I love you too," and he's like, he wouldn't say that.
Han Solo was a jerk. He wouldn't say that at all, and he is correct. So
no, it's amazing. We had rings that said that in Arabish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mine said "I love you" in Arabish, and yours said "I know," and it's amazing, and I love it. Ready for another question?
Yes.
Okay. There's two back to back here. What is the best rope drop attraction in Disneyland Park, and then what is the best rope drop attraction in DCA?
Space Mountain and Guardians of the Galaxy. No notes.
Space Mountain above Indiana Jones.
Yes.
For
Indiana Jones is good for rope drop because you have backup options.
Mm-hmm.
But Space Mountain just feels good to rope drop.
You do Space Mountain, then you do Matterhorn, then you go and do Big Thunder, assuming they've got both tracks running, and then you go do.
That's how you do the mountain
Tiana's.
challenge. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Going to Space Mountain first feels good.
I like it. All right, ready?
We've gone to Indy more probably, but
yeah, but space is good. 74. Let's see if you get this. Something I love about Disney or Disney-owned properties is kidnapping Kevin Bacon. That scene in the Guardians Holiday Special. Do more of those things, please.
Yeah, we need more special presentations.
We need more special. Or like Werewolf by Night. Mm-hmm. We need more special presentations.
I agree.
Which is really what I was saying, right? But just that was amazing.
I also, Kevin Bacon's awesome. So.
He was. And then he did what is one of my new favorite Christmas songs, by the way.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Okay. Yeah.
Parades and cavalcades. I actually really like cavalcades.
Cavalcades are better because they're short and they're not... People don't go and sit on the curb for an hour and a half or 2 hours beforehand.
We've never done that.
We've never done that, but people do.
Yeah. They can do that and be dumb. Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Now that Fantastic Four is coming, what do you think will be the next best addition to the MCU?
Wow. A new set of X-Men.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is the correct answer. Mm-hmm. They've announced that the old guard is returning for Doomsday with the chairs.
Yes. Oh man, that was cool. Anyway, keep going.
But new actual X-Men, because these are all old people, so they're not going to be in 10 movies or anything like that.
Alan, we just watched part of that interview with Alan Cumming, who's awesome, amazing, no notes. But he was like, there were so many years he's now going to be 60 playing a superhero, basically.
Yeah, and he's not Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen.
No. He's and they're, significantly older.
They're literally...
Sir Patrick Stewart. Sir Ian McKellen.
Sorry. Sir, yes, they are knights.
Respect where respect is due here.
But they were joking in the Deadpool movie about Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine till he's 90.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are actually playing their characters till they're 90. They are almost 90, okay?
They're a different type of character, though, to be fair.
Well, I mean, they're supposed to be older, but anyway.
Yes, literally.
I want to see who they actually cast and bring in to be the main
Yeah.
X-Men cast for the MCU.
Now that they're playing with the X-Men.
We're in the multiverse saga right now.
Yeah.
It's going to end with Secret Wars. Yeah. The next one is probably going to be the Mutant saga.
Yeah.
And the Fantastic Four saga.
A really good answer. How about this one? What's the best villain song?
I go back and forth on this one because there's probably
I feel like we've debated this before.
3 that are top tier.
Mm-hmm.
You have Be Prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Gaston's is really super fun.
It is fun. That might be the most fun of that.
Yeah, it's the most fun, which I give a lot of points.
Yep.
Give a lot of points to, but the right answer is probably Poor Unfortunate Souls.
That is the correct answer.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
and
the best one.
But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
those are my 3 answers.
Yeah,
I
those are my 3, but I put them in different order.
Yeah.
I mean, my number 1 is the same, but Gaston would be my 3rd. Disney Plus has brought us some awesome opportunities to revisit old favorites. What's your favorite old thing you've watched on Disney Plus? As in, not new for Disney Plus. Or favorite old thing you could watch on Disney Plus.
For you, I liked making you watch the Cheetah Girls. But we didn't watch much of it, but I really, really liked watching the first episode of DuckTales.
Woo! That's true. That is true.
So
I forgot we did that. That's probably the right answer, actually. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Attached to that, what's your favorite Disney Plus series or special, like created for? So you can go Marvel, you can go Star Wars, you can go anything. You know mine. Mine's WandaVision. Then Andor.
You said just like Disney Plus original?
Yeah.
So it could be...
It can be a series, it can be a movie, it can be anything. Yeah, but it has to have been created for Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's probably Andor. Who are we kidding?
I like that you thought about it for a minute.
Yeah, I kind of wanted...
I'm surprised you're going Andor above Loki.
Oh, no, Andor's way better than Loki.
Andor's amazing.
It's way better. And I'm on record. If you go back to the episodes leading up to Andor, I was not excited about it.
I know, and I was like, I don't care what happens. I love Cassian Andor, so it's going to be amazing.
I was not excited about it.
You know what? I just want to go on record here. What is the best Marvel show?
It's
WandaVision?
Probably WandaVision.
Okay.
Yeah.
And remember before that, I was like, it doesn't matter. Wanda's my favorite. So unless it's absolutely terrible, this is going to be the most amazing show ever.
We didn't know what Marvel TV would be.
No, we didn't. That was the first one. And you know what? It still stands up as being the best. And then before Andor, I was like, it doesn't matter. Andor is like an amazing, amazing character. So unless they screw it up. So really, I think other people love these characters just as much as I do. And they just haven't screwed them up. Okay. Best opening scene of any Disney movie or Disney-owned property.
I mean, there's a lot, obviously.
Something that comes to mind right away.
The very Disney specific, but the beginning. It's not really the opening scene though.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of the introduction of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Ooh, that was good though. That was really good. Comes in on the ship that's slowly sinking and just steps off.
Yeah. It's not the cold open though. So
no, it's not.
But it's the first scene
I'll
of the
count
movie
it.
After the cold open.
I'll count it.
Yeah.
Although the first cold open of that is amazing.
It is pretty good.
Little girl standing on the front, creepily singing, "Yo ho."
Kids singing songs slowly is very creepy. Yeah.
In the fog.
We've established that. Yes, thank you. Small children shouldn't sing.
Especially in a minor key, very slowly. So you know what? I'll give that one to you. It's a great intro to a character. Okay. Last one. Are you ready?
Sure.
If you could only ever be in one Disney park for the rest of your life, which one? One you've been to or not?
One park?
One park.
So not like one resort?
Nope. One park. Like you're not picking Disneyland or DCA, it's one of those two. You're not picking like Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
No,
and,
well,
right?
so it's not fair because I haven't been there in a long time, and it's probably Epcot now, but I haven't been there because they have the drinking around the world there, and they have Guardians of the Galaxy Rewind, which I have not ridden.
But I'm sure you will love.
And they have Test Track, and so that's probably what I would say. But I can't. It's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Haven't been there in 25 years.
Yep.
But bouncing back and forth between Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror,
which is going to be Muppets themed.
Was amazing.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay.
I could ride those all day, every day.
I love it. Is there anywhere that you haven't been, any of the parks you haven't been that you're like, that would maybe give it a run for its money? I know you said like Epcot maybe.
Maybe Epcot.
But not your memories of it.
And
Tokyo Sea.
Tokyo Disney Sea if you had front of the line access, because I don't know if I could deal with those crowds every day.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I like it. I know that one is tricky because it's not like we've been to every park, and even the ones you have been to, not recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's kind of what I was just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. 100 things. Good job. Are you sure? Does it not feel like 100?
I don't know. I think you lost count there somewhere. But okay.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. I have a list on my phone, and I had numbered 1 through 75, and then I interspersed 25 questions, but they weren't necessarily at even orders, so that's why I kept like jumping around a little bit, and that's why you got a couple questions back to back there.
Yeah, you slightly messed up there, but that's okay. I'll allow it.
I like went back and did some of mine. That's why I stopped saying numbers. Not gonna lie.
Well, we made it, and it's slightly under 2 hours, which it seems appropriate for a 200th episode.
Yeah, absolutely. That's about how long our 100th was.
Think about, we've done 200 episodes now.
Yeah.
Most of them are longer than an hour, so we're probably approaching 300 hours of this.
Wow. That's a lot of stuff we've talked about.
It's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours. You still having fun? I know not every week you're like, yay, I want to record.
Yeah, sometimes.
But then other times you're like really into it. Yeah.
Like earlier today, I was like, oh, that sounds like a chore. Mm-hmm. And then I was excited to do it after.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Is there anything I missed where you're like, I can't believe you didn't say this? We've had 200 items now, Krysta, and you didn't say this. You were really angry about the gray stuff the first time.
It's a good question. I would say, perhaps. Well, I don't know exactly what we said in the first 100 either, so that's a tough one. I would say like just unannounced things happening, like your sunset in Cars Land. We probably said that in the first one. We definitely said the Shaboom Shaboom. Although I will say, I had no idea they did special ones for Halloween. That's true. And Christmas. That's true, yeah. And we also had the, we specifically said Cars Land theming, and as part of that, we kind of discussed the, like, every third blink of the light, traffic light. But we just talked about the theming in general. There's other unannounced things, though. Yeah, just unannounced magical things. I will tell you, our first 100 was more about movies. This one had more focus on the parks because, of course, we just had our magic keys where we went all the time. Yeah, I could still go if I flew out there. My magic key's still valid for another week. It literally is. One more week. We got the email today. Yeah. I should just do that and just forget Vic. We're just go. Bye. No, you would take me with you. I would just buy a one-day hopper. I will not. You could do it. You could go and you could Brandon the Death Star. It's still there. I could just go for all the Star Wars stuff. Literally. I wouldn't even hold it against you.
As long as you brought me a present.
You probably would.
No, I wouldn't, as long as you brought me a present and took lots of pictures.
Unfortunately, I have to work.
Oh, there's that. Right. Also, we've talked about maybe flying to the States is not our favorite thing to do right now.
Not the best, no.
Not that we hold it against anyone who is, but just not for us.
Right.
Yeah, so we have to come up with another 100 things in like 2 years. Give or take.
I don't know.
2.5 years. But you'll notice I had a lot more recent stuff on this one, so maybe that'll be it. So that is our show this week. Thank you, El Mule, who's responsible for the custom theme song you heard at the top of the show. You can find a link to his work at our website, disneya.wixsite.com/podcast. That's also where you can find a link to our social media accounts and our email. You can find Disney A episodes on all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to go back and watch, not just listen to, our 100th episode, that is up on our YouTube channel, Adventures A. If you've rated or reviewed our podcast, thank you. And if you haven't yet, please do. If you know someone who might like listening to us, please be sure to recommend Disney A as well. Next episode, I think it's time to talk about Andor. If we get to watch it by then.
Probably not.
So we'll see.
Probably not. I don't know.
Then that's going to be 2 weeks from now.
No, we're busy 2 weeks from now.
We'll figure it out. So I'm Krysta.
And I'm Brandon.
And until the next adventure, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Thanks for listening to Disney A. Clink again. Happy 200th episode.
Happy.
Happy.